It's a slow burn self-therapy session with my soul, mending every jagged edge to make the vessel whole. I'm forgiving the girl I was for what she didn't know, watching the seeds of my own confidence grow. No more living in the yesterday, I'm through with the strife. Just one day at a time, I'm reclaiming my life. I used to stare at the rearview mirror so hard, I couldn't see the road ahead or the light in the yard. Counting up the stumbles and the should've known betters, writing apologies in my head like unsent letters. I chose the wrong exits, I stayed in the rain, thinking I deserved every ounce of the pain. But the silence in the house started sounding like a plea to finally stop being my own worst enemy. The house is still quiet, but my mind's been loud for years. A heavy rotation of old regrets and salty tears. I used to let the wrong ones define what I was worth, searching for a heaven while I bury myself in earth. I made some choices that I'd never make again, chasing shadows, calling every heartbreak a friend. But the mirror doesn't look like a stranger anymore. I'm finally picking up the pieces off the floor, so I'm taking it slow. One breath, one day, sweeping the ghosts of the used-to-be's away. It's a quiet kind of healing, a steady kind of grace, looking at the woman staring back from the face of the mirror, and I'm liking who I see. Building a life for her and building one for me. Love was a puzzle where the pieces never fit. I gave away my power just to keep the candles lit, but I'm reclaiming the territory I lost in the dark, finding the rhythm, rekindling the spark. I celebrated a win today, even if it was small. I'm standing upright, I'm learning from my pitfalls. The mistakes are just chapters, they aren't the whole book, and I'm finally brave enough to take a second look. I look at my recent wins and I let them catch the light. Small steps forward, but they're leading me out of the night. I used to think that love was something I had to earn, but I'm the teacher now with so much left to learn. I'm building a fortress, not of stone, but of peace, watching the tension in my shoulders finally release. I'm grounded in the truth of the woman I've become, beating steady and strong like a brand new drum. Yeah, I'm taking it slow. One breath, one day, sweeping the ghosts of the used-to-be's away. It's a quiet kind of healing, a steady kind of grace, looking at the woman staring back from the face of the mirror, and I'm liking who I see. Building a life for her and building one for me. And when she looks up at me with those wide trusting eyes, I see the reason to cut through the lies. She's the North Star, the anchor, the why in my soul, helping me mend every crack to make the vessel whole. My confidence is rising like the morning tide. No more running, no more nowhere to hide. And then I see her face, my reason and my grace. She's the heartbeat of this quiet, sacred space. I'm living for her and I'm living for me too, showing her exactly what a healed heart can do. She's watching me rise, she's watching me stand, with our future held tightly in my own two hands. Yeah, I'm taking it slow. One breath, one day, sweeping the ghosts of the used-to-be's away. It's a quiet kind of healing, a steady kind of grace, looking at the woman staring back from the face of the mirror, and I'm liking who I see. Building a life for her and building one for me. as I go along my journey of self-therapy.